Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Vivid is over for another year. Did it pass the pub test? I was one of those who used to sneer at Vivid. Remember, I used to sneer, and then I'd be inadvertently going to Vivid. I'd be at a boozy lunch, and then all of a sudden, I'd be stuck in the middle of Vivid. And I thought,
You just were imagining that you saw lights. It was 3
It was
p.m.
pretty vivid. And my mother said to me for Mother's Day, she said, Brendan, I would like to go to Vivid on one of those Captain
What did she sound like,
cruises.
Max Rowley?
And I said, sure, Mum. So we went along on Saturday night, and I thought it was pretty good. I was
Yeah.
oohing and ahhing at the lights.
There have been complaints about how much the food is, $8.50 for a sausage, bread and a few bits of onion, people have said. Other people complaining about how crowded it is. It is the Southern Hemisphere's largest festival of light music
Oh,
ideas.
yeah, but who else is in the Southern Hemisphere? You got
New Zealand.
and Antarctica.
Is Singapore? They have
No,
big... aren't
Singapore's
they?
not in the Southern Hemisphere.
Isn't it?
Get a globe out.
Like,
If
get a
they-
globe out.
if they do
Unless the
exist.
Earth's flat. But, Europe's the same. You go to great places, it's going to be crowded. We can't just have this big thing in our city and want to be the only people that go there.
Well, I liked it.
What did you think? Vivid, did it pass the pub test?
Vivid didn't pass the pub test for me because on Friday night we were on a harbour cruise and there was a disco on the harbour cruise and no commentary about Vivid, nothing about Vivid. We had no idea about anything to do with Vivid, and that's why we went on the harbour cruise. It was really bad.
We loved it. We got off at Wynyard, done the walk all the way around to Wynyard again. We got the food, and wasn't that many people, and we enjoyed it.
We got stuck the first weekend of Vivid on a harbour cruise. They told us after we left the dock that the Vivid wasn't on, so we had an hour and a half cruise to nowhere in a Black Harbour. I don't mind it not being on, but they need to tell us first that it's not going to be on.
I went on the Sunday. Unfortunately, there was a big gap around from Barangaroo around to the Harbour Bridge where there used to be a lot of lights and there was very little. Some candles, battery-lit candles, that half of the batteries had gone flat.
I think Vivid has got too greedy money-wise, charging people to get into the botanical gardens, which had the flow-on effect of overcrowding the foreshore. So I think they need to look at that and spread it out a bit more, back up Macquarie Street, put the lights back up there and, give people more activity throughout the city, not just in the foreshore.
We really loved meeting Jonesy on the cruise on Saturday night. We had a few drinks with Jonesy. I must admit, though, whilst Jonesy was the highlight, the lightscape install that we saw down in the Botanical Gardens was really average compared to the same installation in Brisbane. But other than that, it was really, really good.
Well, Brendan,
Well,
on the
one of the
flirt
bright
with your
lights.
mum. She said we had a few drinks and giggled. It sounds like
They
there'd
were
been
a lovely couple.
Yeah.
And they were going to buy me a drink. I said, don't buy me a drink. Come on, don't do that.
How many did they buy you?
If you insist.
Well, I'm glad you had a nice time.
It's a great night.